Hello. So today we have a very interesting conversation around Feed One. So, I have always brought chartered accountants who have made it big, have become MDs of AMCs and maybe, CFOs of companies, practicing chartered accountants who have become actors or become photographers. But these are chartered accountants who will continue to be in their corporate jobs, but almost like on an entrepreneurial venture in their sidelines. And it is not just about the greater fool theory, burning cash, raising VC money. It is about society. So a very dear friend of mine, Prakash Kedia from college, he is here. He's supported by Sunny Agarwal, who is also a chartered accountant. So Prakash works with Atos. Sunny works with Wipro. His friend Manas, who is an IT engineer, he works with Dell Technologies. And the icing on the cake is this young chap called Nandan. So Nandan is in class 12, studying at Greenwood High International School. And he's the guy who's developed this tech platform for Feed One. And he's automating a majority of this diurnal processes, and he intends to pursue computer science as an undergraduate. And apart from that, he's got Formula One and playing football, etc. So till today, something which started just on 3rd of May has already crossed like one. In fact, I should ask Prakash to tell us about Feed One. What exactly do they do at Feed One?
Thank you, Anurag. Feed one is a different concept altogether. So, as I mentioned to you during I was talking to you, we wanted to do something for the society, and the second wave has literally taken away so many things from so many people, and including from our dear ones as well. We wanted to do something. We thought let's start helping people with a meal. At least we can feed one meal, not 100 meals. And then we deliberated among ourselves that can we start preparing the meal and delivering it to the needy. But then during the discussion, Sunny mentioned that if we start making the meal, then it comes with certain restrictions because there is a limitations around that, and our purpose and intent was to reach to more and more people. And then this idea developed wherein we thought, why don't we start collecting the food from the different sections of the society and then distribute to the needy. Then other challenge what we brought is how people will pack the material, because people are not willing to go outside to pack to buy the packing material, and then nobody is willing to go outside to deliver. And in fact, we also didn't want anyone to go outside because the situation was not demanding. And our intent is to stay at home, to stay safe at home, because as people go outside there is a risk for everyone, so it's always good to stay home during that time. Then we thought, if we are able to provide the empty plates to the people who are willing to contribute, it would be easy for them to just make one extra meal along with their regular meal. So, anyways, we all make our meal every day for our own consumption. And it's easy for any one of us to make one or two extra meal along with our regular meal. That was never a headache for anyone. So we started giving the empty plates to them. We requested them that while you make your meal, please prepare one or two extra meal and pack that meal in the empty plates provided by us. And then our logistics team go there, pick up the food and give it to the needy. So this is a very simple model which we developed, and it really worked out. So as Anurag you mentioned, we started the journey on 3rd of May with 2 apartments, 100 meals, and till today, which is 4th of July, approximately, we have completed 62 days, and we have completed close to 1,60,000 meals in these 62 days.
So who are the people who typically get these meals? How do you
So when
identify?
so when we started this journey, it was limited because the meal collection was limited. So we started with the healthcare section of the society, those who are supporting the COVID patient. We never gave the food to the COVID patient because in our model, we don't know which apartment or which resident is giving what kind of food, although there is a clear instructions and guidelines from team one to make sure that there is no non-veg, and they can give the same food what they are making for themselves. So in our model, it's very clear. You can give the food which you are eating yourself. So there should not be any differentiation between what you eat, what you make. Coming back to your question with respect to the point towards who are the people to whom this food is being delivered. So it started with the healthcare workers in different PSCs, public healthcare units across Bangalore, Marathali, Sarjapur, Vibhutipura. Then it started reaching to different orphanages. We have few orphanages for kids and for the elderly people as well. Food is going to them. Then we started giving the food to the different government hospitals like KR Puram Government Hospital, Nimans, Rajiv Gandhi Hospital, and different hospitals across Bangalore. And then we started reaching out to the slums as well, because over a period of time, the meal quantity has increased substantially. Every day, the collection is around 4 to 5,000 meals. And then we started delivering it to slums area in JP Nagar, KR Market in Bangalore.
I'll ask Sunny this interesting question. Chartered accountants, typically, like you work with Wipro, and we are all stuck with perennial deadlines, month end, quarter end, year end, whether you're in accounting, whether you're in finance. And the typical excuse for not doing anything for society is I don't have time. I only have a Sunday which I need to give to my family. In spite of that being the usual excuse, how did you guys galvanize your efforts? How did you continue to manage your jobs along with this path-breaking initiative? In fact, it is like a startup, because it is even now the Chief Minister of Karnataka, I understand, has met you and recognized your effort. You all are coming on radio FM, you all are coming on television. It's all over Bangalore in terms of what you are doing. So time कैसे मिलता है आपको ये सब करने का? So that is my fundamental question.
So you are right, Anurag. See, being a chartered accountant, it's always a challenge because your corporate will always demand for more. And we all know that in the professional work, you have to manage the work first, right? Then the life and the other things come. But see, it's more about intent. See, altogether, everyone has got 24 hours in a day. Either it is me, you, Prakash, or anyone in this world, right? So it's about intent, that how you want to and what you want to do. Like being in office, we know, see, the best part is in the current scenario, we all are at home. We don't have to go to office, right? So that itself saves approximately 2 to 2.5 hours, if you ask me, on a daily basis. That commute time we are saving. So that manage we used to manage. We are managing, like if we are starting our work early in the day, 6 a.m. kind of thing, so that we can manage our mails, clears all the corporate things and all. Then from 9 to 10 or say 11, we devote our time for the logistic things and all, so that the food reach to the right person, proper pickup, everything happens. And then again we take a stock that around 3 o'clock, that how much meals we have picked up, and where all it has went. And then we get feedback also from the people who has got the meal, that how was the quality of the meal, whether they're liking the meal or not. So see, it is more about intent than managing the complete thing. If one has an intent to do something for the society, they can do. There is no other doubt for that.
Okay, fantastic. So Nandan, you are this youngster, that bright kid on the show. So 16-year-old, I mean, too much of wisdom on young shoulders. Tell us, how did you automate entire routine activities of Feed One?
Okay, so starting off, I would like to thank the Feed One administration, and I deeply respect the work they do. And it's a very commendable job they do. So I've figured out a few loopholes and a few problems that maybe they would come across, and asked them, and I requested them access to their master spreadsheet, wherein they collect all the data and how they manage it. Because an apartment, they started off with one apartment, which grew to which grew exponentially over the past 2 months to about 130, 140 apartments in this city itself, right? So I was very curious about the data collection. And so yeah, I figured out they were manually entering the numbers in an Excel spreadsheet. And this, being a very monotonous and repetitive task, was also prone to many errors, right? So I took up the initiative to automate this entire system. Rather than the administration entering these numbers on the spreadsheet, I simplified it down into one form, which their daily volunteers could update it by populating 2 fields, right? So at this point, the system is completely automated, and without even the click of a refresh button, they can view the live numbers on a statistical sheet on their dashboard. So Yeah, I think this was a brief summary of what I did.
What is the
for the
backend
PDF.
that you're using? You're using Google Forms or some other tech platform?
So I'm using Google Sheets.
Hmm.
I've linked it to Google Forms and written segments of code which which automate the entire process.
So it's like a real-time pivot which will get refreshed and which the administrators can look at it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And where did you learn all this? Because in class 12, I think they don't teach code. So that's completely out of your own self-interest.
Yeah, actually, I was interested in how spreadsheets work and how Excel works initially, and I've done courses on Udemy and watched a few videos on YouTube as well. But then uh, I broadened my knowledge to how Google Sheets work. Thankfully, it was all on the similar lines, and I could use most of what I knew already.
All right, fantastic. My final question to Prakash and Sunny. If you could just tell us quickly, where would you see now Feed1 in 1 year from now? And what is the kind of support that you need from people probably all around you, people watching the show, people who are too busy in their daily lives? What is the kind of support you need? And where is your vision for Feed1?
So I will take up about the support we need from the society, and I will request Sunny to take about or talk more about our vision. So from a support perspective, certainly we have got a lot of appreciation. We actually never thought that this will reach to this level. And when we started our journey, our expectation was around 10,000 to 20,000 meal. That's the number we have looked into. But certainly it reached to 1,60,000. And any noble cause, if certainly requires a lot of time and dedication, but along with that, it requires a monetary contribution as well. As I mentioned that we provide empty plates to the apartment. It means there is a cost towards procurement of empty plates. There is a cost towards logistics as well. So approximately on an average, every day we are incurring a cost of around 40 to 50,000. And some days it goes up to 1 lakh because the day there is a huge meals, it adds cost to that as well. So certainly expectation, if someone can help in sponsoring the plates, helps in, there are people who sponsored the plates to us. There are people who helped us in sponsoring the logistic, and they have given their vehicles so that the logistics can be managed. So that's the two expectations. And other important good news is with meals, we have started other services. So if somebody is willing to give clothes, watch, or mobile phone or anything which can be reused by some other section of the society, we are happy to collect those things as well and give it to the needy. So that also we have added.
And Sunny, your part?
Yeah, Anurag. So from the vision perspective on drug, see, the vision is very much simple and clear. If we are having food on a daily basis, it's the right for everyone to have the same food, right?
Wow.
In the current pandemic, what we have seen, see when the wave one came, we tried our best to feed to the extent we were able to, right? But that was not enough. So in last year, we went on the street, we delivered raw rice and all the dals and all, but we never knew whether these people are able to make the food again with that or not. So this year when we decided, okay, we will go in the street and deliver the homemade food. So the vision is very clear that if we are sleeping with the food, everyone should sleep with the food, right? No one should sleep empty stomach. That is the only vision what we are carrying. And there is no stop. Actually, we will keep on going. People will keep on joining us. We know someday it might be 10, another day it might be 100 or 1,000 it can go to. But ultimately the vision is simple, and only one vision what we are carrying, that feed one, just feed one.
Oh, fantastic. So wish you the very best, Prakash, Sunny, Nandan, and Manas in this effort. And I'm going to share the links of where people can find you on social media. And maybe if they want to support you, in the description section, in the pinned comment. I am really very happy that chartered accountants are doing such a wonderful job for society. So wish you the very best once again. And if viewers, you have liked watching this content and you would want more of such unknown stories to come on the show, please give a like to this thing and share it with your near and dear ones. It really is like a remarkable. Typically, chartered accountants are, very, very focused on their deadlines, on their closing thing, their CTC growth, and then मैं मेरी बीवी मेरा बच्चा. About society, I mean, Prakash, I know Prakash since maybe the 17, 18 years, 2003, Xavier's room number 31. So Prakash had just come from Raniganj to Calcutta, Podar Chhatra Nivas. So we know since that days. And I never knew that Prakash would do something so extraordinary. Some find it really amazed. And thank you so much for this. And thanks, Nandan, for being this young champion. And I'm sure you're going to support a lot of social initiatives along with corporate ones. Thank you, everyone, for coming on the show. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Anurag.
Thank you.
Bye.